Welcome back, and it is my pleasure to have here in the studio with me Wesley So, who has just beaten Magnus Carlsen in the Armageddon game. And Wesley, how are you feeling after that epic game?
Very good. First, hi guys, thanks for having me in the studio.
Welcome.
It's pleasing to be here. Yeah, it was unexpected because I figured Magnus would want to play solidly and then win the Armageddon, because I last played in 2019 and he was crushing everybody in the Armageddon games. And so the tournament point situation is a little bit weird. I think I was discussing with Bishi before the game. I think 2019 it was 2 points if you win the Armageddon, if I remember correctly. But it was weird. And well, first of all, I wasn't sure if Magnus would want to play for a win in the classical game. But when he played solidly, I figured that was his strategy. Mm-hmm. But yeah, in the opening, I just simply have to play this Bishop G5 blind because I think it's the only variation that could possibly work. Like, you have to win at all costs. So it'll be better if you're worse than if you're equal. So,
sharpest choice, and yeah, where do we jump in? This position,
yeah.
I think, yeah,
B5.
we've probably seen before, and now I'm not sure how deeply you could remember all this stuff.
I remember knight d8 was the best move according to the computer. Because somehow the knight a5 is a bit stuck, if I remember correctly. But I had this game against Alireza Piruzia last year where I had black. I think I also played knight a5, but I didn't remember the knight is better on d8. Mm-hmm. Because as later Magnus had to reroute the knight. But I mean, I was quite pleased with the opening, but somehow the bishop on g3 always gets trapped in this line. Like, I think I played in a blitz game against in Poland. Can't remember now. My bishop was almost trapped on g3. So like, yeah, rook b1 is interesting. I mean, he could play h5.
If black plays, I don't know, h5, you push b6 or?
Yeah, b6.
Such a weird position.
And then h3. And at the very least, his bishop is dead. Pride and joy. But you mentioned, Jan, you made the chessable course on this line.
I can't remember details. I recall I was looking at both knight d8 and knight a5, as you said, and I think knight a5 clicking I thought was fine. But then I played some games and I always got crushed on the queen side, so I'm not sure. Very complicated line.
Because black can also, instead of a6, he can play a5.
Yeah, of course. I think nowadays, they always just grab the space.
Very solid setup. But I figured I simply had to go for this kind of position, because otherwise Magnus knows all the maneuvers, all the piece placement. It's very hard to win. Mm-hmm. But here started using a lot of time, which is very good for me.
Yeah. And I was curious, did you ever get worried at some point? Because it looked very scary.
Well, yeah, it did look very scary. I think black was better at some point, but he was low on time. He had like 2 minutes somewhere when he played knight f4, I think. So that's my only consolation.
Okay.
Takes
knight h2. I think knight f4 is good.
The setup is hard to break, but yeah, this maneuver he played was nice, no? This knight f4, knight h5.
Yeah, and he's just in time, because if I get rook e1, knight df1, I'm consolidating all the plays. Yeah, I think knight b3 was already bad, but I couldn't see a move. And I think Magnus disliked the move knight d8.
We can check. Computer says knight c4, but yeah, likes black's position here.
Like, what's the evaluation?
-1.
Oh yeah, so it's a terrible position. Yeah, I think I misplayed. Maybe d4 was a very bad move, or bishop d5, somewhere around there. But here I thought the Magnus can just play a queen g5, and then he's better.
Right. No, computer didn't like d4, which looks very normal. It just says knight c4, intending to play knight b6, and it says 0, so whatever.
Equal, and if knight h5?
Knight c4, knight h5, bishop c6. And bc knight d6.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
That's a nice trick, huh? And white wins.
Yeah.
Wow, rook e5, rook h5.
That's very beautiful.
Yeah, that's very nice. Yeah, it's a very nice trick. I mean, it's very possible black could fall for this line. So I guess Shaq played. Yeah, knight c4 was very
game.
But here, I think after knight b3, Magnus should just play queen g5, and it's probably better. Because the bishop on a7 is always very strong in this line. So queen g5 and he can start playing for a win.
Yeah.
But yeah, knight d8 was maybe too cautious. Yeah, I'll switch over the computer again. I see it also says here, just take queen g5. It doesn't even care about this pawn. Like,
Yeah, I was
should've
worried
seven,
about
king
that.
d8
And yeah, the
So
bishop
black is
bishop a7 is just a tremendous piece. Then yeah, but here when he played knight d8, he had around less than 2 minutes, so I was very pleased. But
Now you're back in business. Yeah, so the bishop is under
Yeah.
pressure.
yeah, now I think white is better. Just one mistake and
And when the seconds were ticking down, you didn't have too much time, even though you were much better on the board. I mean, how did you keep your composure? Because I'm asking this from a personal perspective, because I lose control.
But he had time. It was Magnus' second.
It was Magnus who had seconds.
3 minutes.
Okay.
I had the 3 minutes.
You had 3 minutes.
Yeah, I
okay.
was way up on the clock. I think I was up. I think when he had 2 minutes, I still had 5 minutes.
Okay.
And we kept looking at the screen, checking whether we reached move 40.
So you were in full control. I like that.
Only on the clock. Only on the clock. My mother tells me try to always be ahead on the time. Yeah, he was crazy. Like he was fortunate. He had rook b7, and I couldn't find the win. It looked much better for white, but maybe it's nothing special. I mean,
Yeah, it looked like you were breaking through, but somehow there's rook b8 and rook b7, and he's surviving for now. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe white is just slightly better. So. Yeah, here I thought he was equalizing.
Yeah,
I was
here-
lucky to have, I'm fortunate to have rook d1.
I think, yeah, computer said d5, and you only have a slight advantage here. Nothing
Yeah.
special. It says 0.30 or something. Well, after c5, it got more more
Yeah.
optimistic again.
I still thought he could hold the draw there. I mean, he's just a pawn down. But when I got e5, and then he played king h7.
Yeah.
Like here, maybe he should just try to trade queens or some
Yeah.
king g7. Yeah.
And do you feel that this format favors the white side on the Armageddon? Because so far everyone has won with the white pieces.
Oh, so how many were yesterday?
Three Armageddons. And
Oh, three. Wow.
white won.
So Magnus and then Wang Hao, and
Yeah.
then
Shakhriyar Mamajorov.
Aryan, and who was the other one?
The other one was, you're testing us, Wesley.
You remember? Yeah, Anish,
No, I can
Anish.
never
Yeah,
remember
Anish.
anything.
with his Catalan.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I think 2019 Black won majority of the games by quite a bit margin.
Okay.
But this year, we'll see how this Maxim game goes.
And what are your thoughts on this game between Maxim and Shakhriyar? They came from a Petrov.
Yeah, I was watching the game.
Ah, knight d3. Good old knight d3.
Yeah, it's not a good line, huh? Maybe
I don't know. It looks so stupid. But Magnus plays at every World Championship match. You get one knight d3, no?
Yeah, I mean, I think in this format, yeah, it's hard to say. Maybe it's around equal, the time control, 10-7. Also, 1 second increment on move 40 is basically nothing. So,
Because also 1 second with pushing the clock, you can still lose on time. No, it's really little
Yeah.
if you're not used to it.
yeah, that's what Veselin was saying during the opening. I think because before it was 2 seconds after move 60. But I don't know. Who do you think favors Yan?
I don't know. I thought 10-7 sounds about fair, more or less. I mean, it's hard to say. I think 5 versus 4 without increment should also be fair. I think with increment it should favor black. And here, 10-7 with 1 second, it sounds more or less fair to me. But I don't.
What would you pick?
I think it depends on the opponent and
yeah.
preparation and dynamics and so on. No? Like, without prep, probably black. If you feel you're well prepared, you can sit. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't want to be black like against Magnus or Hikaru.
Yeah.
I mean, they can just play anything. Put you on pressure. Knight f3, b3.
So if you had a choice, you'd take white against the.
Probably, yeah. Against, but depends. I feel right. Depends on the opponent whether he's a blitz player or whether he's a theoretical player. But I mean, 2019 black had a very good score, but this tournament's proving us wrong. So we'll see. I think. Wow, this game is wild.
No idea what's going on.
It is crazy. What's your
Looks
feeling? Does White have enough?
Yeah, I feel White is very happy because he got, or maybe not anymore after Queen B5. I didn't think Queen B5. Yeah, now Black is happy, I guess. Yeah, I guess Black's gonna win.
Yes, Knight C4 is going to come.
Yeah, but you kind of have to almost trade queens, yeah, because Queen has nowhere to go. Yeah, Rook DG1 was maybe a bad move. Yeah, it felt like White should just sack a piece somewhere, but it's not. Queen takes G5 was a very brave move by Shaq. I feel if White didn't go H5, maybe he had good chances. But
Not afraid. Mount Yarf, we saw earlier, has a huge score against MVL sometimes when you check this. Because they are sort of similar plays, but Mount Yarf has like, I think, 5 wins and 2 losses, so he's way ahead in the matchup in Classical. Was it 5-2? Or not? 7-2, yeah, 7-2, even better.
oh, lifetime record.
Yeah,
Does this include Blitz or?
No, I think this is Classical games only.
Wow. 13-19. 13-19 on Veselin against Vichy.
40 draws, they played a bit.
Yeah.
And you also have
Like
a
2 months of games, 3 months of games.
Titanic battle with Magnus. I think you've played something like 150 games or maybe even more.
In Blitz?
Yeah.
Probably, yeah, if you count all the all the Blitz.
Ah, yeah, now with all the,
Yeah, all the
Yeah.
so
online
the tour games, yeah.
Yeah.
Fan Fermin, all the banter Blitz. Yeah, yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, they're mentioning the other day. It feels like there's a lot more tournaments these days, and you just like sometimes it doesn't even matter who wins. You just play, and then you move on to the next one.
How do you feel about it? Do you feel it's too much? Like, I'm assuming if you, I don't know your exact schedule, but I'm assuming you have a lot of tournaments all the time now, no?
Yeah, it's a problem. You have to pick and choose. For example, this is my 4th tournament in a row, and like I'm very sad to not be able to play the Champions Chess Tour this year. I mean, I was invited and I wanted to play, but my mom convinced me that's not a good idea. And as you can see, most of the players either have to choose between that or the Grand Chess Tour. And I want to try to improve my classical chess this year, also with the Olympiad coming up. Hoping it would work out. So you kind of have to pick and choose, but at the same time, the summer is very hectic, but during January, February, there's nothing. So can't complain.
And
Well, there's
sorry.
always Vike if you
Vike
got nothing to
on
do
Yeah.
in January. Vike is there.
Yeah, been there 9, or Gibraltar is kind of gone, huh? Yeah.
I don't know. I think it might be back.
It might be back in some kind of form or other. But what do you think about the position
Oh yeah.
now?
it's
Because
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh?
you do see that Maxim has actually
Oh.
regained his pawn.
Yeah,
And now-
things have changed completely, huh? And also now Shaq has two minutes. Huh? Right.
He does have 2 minutes on the clock, and they are on move 25.
Yeah, I think Shaq. Maybe knight c4 was not very good because he lost the pawn. Yeah, so. Yeah, now White has all the chances. I thought just a6. Oh no, what do you think? Oh, a6. A6 knight g6. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh wait, a6 knight g6, fg rook e6, rook e6. Don't know.
And there's rook takes rook, and yeah, who knows?
Still defending.
Yeah, but I mean now with 2 minutes on the clock, better endgame. I guess Maxim managed to turn the game around.
So Wesley, can you tell us the U.S. Olympic lineup? Is it public already, or do you? Is it still a secret?
Is it public? Yeah, I guess kind of public. Yes, I mean, I guess not a lot of people in the world want to play in India in the summer. It's kind of hot.
I don't know.
But I think I'm definitely playing. Levon is playing, Fabiano is playing, Lenier is playing, and then our service Sam Shankland,
Okay.
and then we have John Donaldson as a coach. I mean, as our captain. So
So no Hikaru, but still an incredible team.
yeah, I think it's unfortunate he's not playing, but I'm sure he'll cover the tournament live on his stream. But it's kind of a weird tournament because first of all, the Olympiad got moved to India, and secondly, Russia is not playing, and I'm not sure who Ukraine will send.
Also France without Ali Reza and Maxime, so they don't have their strongest team.
Yeah.
So you guys will be number 1, and then number
I-
2 we don't even know. Yeah, like
I also heard.
China, maybe?
China, yeah, probably China. Yeah.
Yeah, I also heard rumors that maybe China's not sending a team
Oh, okay.
for one reason or another. If you notice, like Dingleren doesn't play anything but the candidates. So yeah, I heard rumors China's not playing. So then, basically almost everyone.
So you
is
just
not
crush
playing.
everybody. Like,
Well,
there's no-
India's very strong. They're gonna have 3 teams, I guess.
both
And
teams. All the kids are in the second team. And,
all the kids, huh? They have too many
Gukesh,
kids, huh?
Pragnananda, and Nihal there in the second team. The first team is also nice. Erigasi is in the first team, and Hari and Vidit, the quote-unquote old guys. Right?
Yeah, India is very strong, and they have 3 teams. Who else? So they have the A group. They have Hare Krishna, Vidit, Arjun, then
I think Narayanan was in the team. I'm not sure, but I think
and then
maybe
who's the
Sashi.
Sashi
Kiran.
Kiran. Yeah, for some. Yeah, and so India is very strong. Who else?
Azeri
is there?
are usually
Azerbaijan.
strong.
England?
Yeah.
Eh.
Germany.
Germany. Yeah, you can never count out England, huh? But who's playing on Germany?
Oh, very strong team.
In soccer.
Keimer, Bluebaum, Swane, Nisipiano, Colors.
Oh, and you're not playing.
No, I'm the captain. Like
Oh, you're
finally,
the captain.
finally, moving up in the world.
Yeah, so Blue Bomb, Nisipiano, Georg Meyer, or no, not Georg.
No, he's not playing. Keimer is for one.
Vincent Keimer. Yeah, that's true. Huh? Yeah, I think Vincent has improved a lot. Also, Matthias is very solid.
Yeah, we'll see.
And going back to the Armageddon game, any chances for Shakhriyar to save this? 24 seconds on the clock.
Well, he's a pawn down.
He's a pawn down.
Yeah, it's technically losing. But they breach move 40, so that's, I think.
No, they're on move 36. So still a few moves left. But what about with this pass pawn on the board?
Well, it's not the pass pawn yet. Oh, you mean white or yeah? Now white is creating.
Yeah, black's pass pawn. I was thinking for Shak because after all, he's the one battling against the odds.
Yeah, it's
It's
not.
lost, no?
His pass pawn is not going anywhere though because always knight f4. Like white can just take and play b4, a4, b5. And Maxim is very good in this technical kind of situation. He usually never lets go.
Yeah.
I mean, rook f1 was also winning, but yeah. No, I think Shak definitely blundered somewhere. Oh, so now another white win.
Another night, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a trend here happening. Will you keep that in mind for future preparations? Do you
Yeah.
actually look at the statistics?
For white, for black?
Yeah, when you're preparing.
Not that much. I just know that 2019 black won majority of the games, like 70%. But yeah, I actually wasn't sure. Like I picked white against Magnus after the Blitz tournament, but I wasn't sure if it was a good idea in terms of the Armageddon. But it worked well.
Did work out nicely. Do you think we need more stats in chess? Like I like basketball, and
Yeah.
in the NBA, you have stats for everything, and you can study forever. Well, in chess, okay, we have the head-to-head score, but it's not so easy to have all these statistics, who does well, who has what rating performance, with what. I mean, you can generate them all, but it's not like they're being debated like in NBA or NFL or anywhere.
Yeah, that's, NBA is a team sport, but they actually make sense.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm sure that Magnus has statistics about his opponents.
I'm not sure. Maybe.
You're not sure? But you work
I
with
haven't
him,
seen
right?
them, but like maybe he does.
Are you one of the seconds in the match?
In the match I was here.
Yeah, but you haven't seen them.
About Nepomniachtchi, I'm sure he has some statistics, but others I haven't seen.
Wait, he lost, huh?
Yeah, we do
Yeah,
have
this
a
was
result. Shakhriyar did lose in the Armageddon game against Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. So Well,
Yeah, so another white win, 5 out of 5. No, but going to the statistics, it probably makes sense to see what openings, what they score, not with white, with black. That makes total sense for studying your opponent.
Yeah.
It's just chess is not as professional as NBA.
Maybe we'll get there. Maybe no one likes stats that much, but I'm always surprised that it's not more part of the debate. Frankly, I also don't know if someone's playing against someone like who has what score or what rating performance with what opening. I mean, it's always interesting.
yeah.
But for guys like us, we just play 1 e4, e5.
Of course, we just push the button, and if it's zeros in the end, like, who cares about the statistics?
Yeah, I must say that you had a very good recommendation against my chessable course in this bishop c4, bishop c5, c3.
I know, but I gave
Knight
up that
f6,
stuff because
d4.
knight f6, d4, it's too much work. So I switched to bishop c4, knight f6 as well.
You
'cause
switch to knight.
the c3, d4 is just more annoying than knight f6, knight g5, so I switched.
I mean, black is totally fine, yeah, but yeah.
It survives, but yeah, it didn't work.
Okay.
Anyway, this is a Play Magnus Group production, so of course you should buy both our courses, Wesley's chessable course and my chessable course, and then compare. If Wesley's right, give me the benefit of the doubt, because I had to publish first, and then he could study and adjust.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Wesley,
Thank
for
you so
joining
much.
us in the studio.
Thank
and
you.
We'll take a short break, and
yeah.
we'll be back with you shortly. Thank
Thank you so much.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
thanks, guys.
Cheers.